Hello YouTube and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out we created Kerbal 2, we did some tests, we had a miscalculation, we had a failed stage, we did not make it to space, but in this episode we are going to try to make it to space because I've gone back, I've done a little bit of mathematics on this. I say mathematics, more like some notes on the back of a piece of paper and maybe using a calculator on occasion. Oh, am I kidding? I've not used a calculator, I've actually just guessing this. But anyway, I've done some calculations, working out what went wrong last time, and I've come up with a few solutions or a few reasons as to why things went wrong. So first of all, I think I did not have enough delta V to get me to space. I think looking back at the footage, I am recording this the very next day, so the day you see last week's video, so last Friday, I'm recording it on that Friday for this episode coming out on a Thursday, hopefully on a Thursday. So I didn't have enough delta V looking at that, so I've increased the size of the solid fuel tanks to have a little bit more boost, and let's see what happens there. In addition to that, I've reduced the mass of the vessel altogether by removing a few parachutes. Nothing too major. I've also rearranged the stages a little bit, and I'll explain that shortly. In addition to that, I've also looked back at the footage and realized that the angle, the trajectory was wrong. As far as I could tell, the trajectory was wrong, so I'm going to be doing a more specific type of flight. As long as I can get thrust going up to about 35 to 40,000 feet, we should make it to space. Coming back from space, however, is going to be a completely different kettle of fish. I really do not know how we're going to be bringing this back from space, but make sure you stay tuned for some entertaining video. Either this is going to go really, really well and all my calculations are correct, or this is going to go really, really badly and we're going to be back to the drawing board, either because of reversion or we didn't make it to space full stop or something like that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Alright, so here we are ready to launch. We are not, in fact, I'm actually going to swap that stage over as well like that. The plan for our launch is going to be as such. We are going to be lifting off with solid rocket boosters, and I'm going to be... Does this work? Yes, it does. I'm going to be using my throttle quadrant to bring my throttles up, and we're going to be managing the acceleration with our liquid rocket fuel. The solid rocket boosters should dissipate or should use up all their fuel within, I think, within 10 seconds. And once they've used up the fuel, we need to immediately decouple them so that we're not dissipating any one additional heat, therefore generating or heat generated from the drag. We want to get rid of as much as we can. We want to make the aircraft as streamlined, or the spacecraft as streamlined and as easy to handle as we can, and that is just going to be additional dead weight that we do not need to carry. Immediately after takeoff, as soon as we are stable, we are going to do a clockwise roll 90 degrees, and then we are going to tilt the nose down 30 degrees. Either that, or we do a anti-clockwise roll 90 degrees and then we pull the nose up 30 degrees, one way or another. By doing that, we should be able to get onto the correct trajectory, and we are going to manage the acceleration as we pass through the atmosphere and the atmosphere gets thinner. I'm going to be reducing the throttle nice and slowly so that we are not over accelerating, so the acceleration curve is flattened out a little bit. As long as we can get ourselves up to about 35 to 40,000 feet while still having some rocket fuel, we should be okay to get to space. Once we're on our suborbital trajectory, we are going to be, as soon as we're in space, we're going to do as many experiments as we can. And then on our way down, we are going to be detaching from the liquid booster. In fact, we might actually detach from the liquid rocket on the way up as soon as we're done. But I will have to see about that. And then we should manage to, if all things go correctly, this should land in the ocean. That is the plan anyway. So let's get this started. SAS is engaged. Lights are on. Everything is ready to go. Flight controls are free. Throttle, once again, check. Does work. Interestingly enough, 0 for some reason is about there for me instead of all the way down here, but that's okay. So all I need to know is 0 is about there. That's fine by me. Okay. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We are stable. Let's get this thing turned. Oh, it's wobbly. That's done. Wow, it's very, very... Oh, this is going wrong already. I wanted to have that tilted back already, but has not quite gone to plan. We should be able to recover this, though. There we go. It's very finicky for some reason today. Alright, and now all we do is hopefully hold this. I'll have the throttle at about 60%, or 70%. Seems reasonable. Sounds like the solid rocket boosters have got their parachutes engaged, which is great. We need to tilt that back a bit. We're accelerating nicely. In fact, I think I can leave it at 50%. There we go. We have plenty of delta V. Reduce that throttle back even further. We're at 28,000 meters. Still accelerating. 30,000 meters. We have about 10% of our fuel left. That is looking fairly good. How are we on the map? We should just about manage to make this. There's space, 73. And we're done. I will detach that as well. Did that not detach? Well, something's failed here. What detached? I have no idea. That's the one I wanted to go. Fine, I'll bring that down. I'm actually going to... Right, what's that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let me actually do that. That is what I wanted. There we go. Was that the heat shield that's just gone with it? That was the heat shield, wasn't it? Well, I mean... probably a thumbnail. We are in space though, so we need to ensure that we do all our tests right now. Very quickly, crew report. Done. Observe the materials bay. Let's ensure that we've got everything because we do not have much space. Much time, sorry. We've done that. We've done that. Let's go ahead and open the service bay. Log the temperature. It should be cold. Yes. This should be a vacuum. As if we're in a vacuum. Correct. Irradiate the goo. We're now going down. Yes. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a photograph. Yes. You close. You do not need to take another photograph. Although, that would be an interesting picture as well. Alright, we're about to smash straight back into the atmosphere. Not at an ideal rate or an ideal speed. That's just gone wrong. Oh, there we go. We are back in. So, we've done a bunch of things. We just need to make sure that we recover this. And then we've done 1, 2, 3. It's the recovery that is going to be the difficult part. Now, I was hoping that heat shield would have stayed, but the heat shields decided to disconnect. Which means that either the heat shield was upside down, or something. Something's clearly happened. That thing is going to fall apart. Surely. Surface speeds are increasing. This is where things are going to get interesting. I'm worried about all of this falling apart. Kind of going to tilt this way because we've got parachutes here. And I'm hoping that if the parachutes, as long as the parachutes do not overheat, which they may. How am I falling faster than you? I'm not quite understanding that. Oh, that's fast. That is really, really fast. Yeah, just slow it down, please. Something's gone. Please slow down. Please slow down. There we go. We are slowing down. We are slowing down. 700. That's good. 600. 500. 400. That's gone well. 300. 5,000 meters. Oh, that's gone really, really well. Can I take another photograph? Nothing from there. Drogue shoots. We've had about 6. Oh, hang on. How many Gs was that? Probably about 4G. I think we can manage 4G. That's gone brilliantly. Oh, okay, not perfectly brilliantly. Things still did not go all to plan, but that's gone a lot better than I thought it would. So that's, if things go a lot better than you think, then you're doing a good job overall. I say that, sometimes maybe not. Drogue chutes deployed. Okay, we are slowing down quite nicely. At 500 meters, no, at 750 meters, I should probably deploy the other chute. Yes, I should deploy the other chute at 750 meters. The other two. Although the slowdown, maybe I should do it at 1,000. Let's see. Let us see. 800. There's 750. No, that's what's correct. That was a good. That was well planned. I could have even done it as 500 meters. That has worked out really well. Nearest land is just over there. Where on earth are we? Oh, we are not that far at all. We haven't travelled far whatsoever. So that land there is that island. And just out that way is where we came from. That's not too bad at all. 80 meters per second should be an easy landing. But yes, so all it needed was a slight change in delta V, a little bit more thrust, and just a better trajectory full stop. Okay, come on. And touchdown. Some parts apparently broke. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to recover everything we've got. Please tell me that that has accepted it, because we did get some on board. Something's not gone quite right. I'm not sure what broke. What gave way? It was the materials bay that gave way, right? 13 science and no, we have more science. We have more science waiting. Just wait for it. Ooh, Valentina and Jupiter have got some of these, some ribbons. 5G or more for both of them for 3 seconds. Exceptional contract. Any exceptional contract done. 5 more contracts for him, and they are the first 2 Kerbals in space. Has the Kerbal 2 debris just... Where is it? Can I see it from here? No, I'm assuming it's just sitting there. I want to see if it's just sitting there. Yep, it is just literally sitting there. Right, into the tracking station. We better grab everything we possibly can. Let's recover that. There we go, there's another 30 science. I knew there was science there. And we will grab that. No science. And we will grab you. You've got some science, 7 science, there we go. And some funds are recovered. Anything else? Any other debris? No, everything else seems to have been destroyed. Okay, so going from there to there is really not that difficult. I wonder how difficult it is to get from there to down here. Because there's a bunch of things that need to happen here. Look. Above 16.7, above 18.2, below 16.9, below 17.1, below 17.3. So we could just literally pass through all of these and then come back to base. But we need something that can go pretty fast. That is the only thing. Obviously we need to get to the moon as well, but that's a different story. Okay, with all the science that we have, let's go to the R&D and figure out what we can get. Now, I'm thinking that, in fact, before I do that, let's go to mission control and see what we have available. Because as you can see, we have only 4 now, and 2 of them are orbit curbing. We can take 7 contracts, which is a good thing. Why can we not do that one? I've done that. Wait. Why is that one not... We've done that one. Okay, I'm confused. That's one I'll probably have to redo off camera. But we know it works, and I'm guessing it's because it broke up. All I'll do is just move I'll just do the Geiger counter, which is connected to the top. That is what I should have done. I knew I missed one. Okay, so we've got some more experiments to be performed around the Kerbal Space Center. We've got material studies all over the place. Could I just go around doing these material studies once? And that could get us a science. How much in the way of science? Not enough for us to unlock 2 things, but this is also good money. That would be an interesting one. And then of course we've got the surveys ones. So all we need to do is take pressure readings there, we've just got crew reports and pressure readings in certain areas. So that is what I want to do next. However, I need to try and figure out what we are going to do in terms of going up into space and how we're going to do things. So let's go back to R&D and let's see what is available to us. So we have landing. That's going to be quite important for, or simply for building a vessel now, or a something. In fact, I think that is really quite important for any plane that I fly or build. So that is something I want. This one does not look particularly useful. This one looks like it's pretty good. These are just fairings and stuff though. Oh wait, they're not just fairings. No, yes they are mainly fairings. Fairings and nose cones. Separators and other things. Okay. Fuel systems, not one again that is primarily something that I'm after. Propulsion systems, now this could be something, but again I think we can make do without those. Heavy rocketry, to get into orbit we will not need heavy rocketry. I know what we can do, so that should not be a problem. As long as I can get into orbit and get back out, we should be absolutely fine. So realistically, landing is looking like a good one. Simple command modules, again not something I'm after. Space exploration, this could be a potential, but again not at this particular moment in time. Although those rover wheels are pretty good. Smaller crewed vessels, I mean we could do something with that. Miniaturization just makes things smaller. Electrics is an important one. Look, lights are really important. So we have that. We have recycling, which is what, water purifier, reactor container, electron container, and then we've got storage tech. So we've got a bunch of storage tech. I think the most useful one at this point in time is probably landing for us. If we're taking the route of flying around trying to get to those other places, I think this is the one I should be looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and research this. Then we've got advanced landing, but we do not have anywhere near the research points, and there's no way we can get the required research points. That is, except for the fact that I'm going to go into the spaceplane hangar and see if I can adjust the vessel, the little buggy, and affix lots and lots of materials research containers on it. And if that works, then I can just quickly do that mission in this episode and we can see how much science we get. I hope it's 15 per material container. If that is what it is, we should be good, because that's where we get 60, and that should be enough to grab another bit. So let's go ahead and open it. Kerbal Rover 1 apparently is missing something. That is fine. Right, let's take the back of off this, and let's see. We will take. No, we'll leave that, and then what I'm going to do is go for materials. There it is. We could always attach these. I kind of like those ones more than this. I know the scale is wrong, but look. There you go, now the scale is right. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is not a good idea. 4. Hey look, it's now a limousine. If I somehow manage to pull this off. I did not mean to do that. I meant to copy, but you know what? It's fine. There we go, and then I'll just... Can I take these and see what happens? No. Hey look, that's a valid land. That is a valid and very, very easy to work landing gear right there. There's no way something's tipping over with that. Right, you go away. You are our new landing gear. Look at that. Do we have a steerable one? We do. I'll get the English in a moment. You go away. I guess you can go away as well. Yeah, we'll just connect that there. Does not really matter. Looks like a caterpillar now. And then we'll stick the steerable landing gear at the front. I'll work on it. No. Okay, easy thing to do. There we go. Perfect. And then all I've got to do is grab... Okay, apparently I cannot grab multiple. Fine. Bring it on the ground until that digs in just slightly. There we go, and then we know how much these need to move up. That's much, and then same. Gone. Same thing for this. And then the same thing for this. Save that. Is this going to work? I genuinely do not know. I genuinely do not know. It's got plenty of fuel in it. Realistically, I doubt it needs that much fuel, but this is what we have. This is what we have available. Let's save this. Let's leave. And then we'll work it out from there. Mission control, field research, perform experiments, material study 1, 2, 3, 4, runway, KC, it's just KC, so we can do that one. This should be pretty easy to do. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Oh boy. Go on. Yeah, I know you're missing a part module. That is absolutely fine. I'm not even going to pretend that I know what's happened at that point in time, but you know, something clearly happened. This doesn't want to actually turn. I mean, it wants to turn that way, but that's about it. Do you not turn? Oh, hang on, I know why. There we go. I know what it is. Go on, maximum power. Maximum power. You should make it up the hill, no problems. I mean, it works. It certainly works, and it works a lot better than the other one. Apparently, it's killed the engine for some reason. What's killed the engine? Not a clue. We can observe the materials bay here. There we go. 1.6 science. What? Is that all we're going to get? Oh no. Is that really all we are going to get? Also, I really have no idea why my engines switched off. Any ideas? I guess we're just rolling. This is bad, because eventually we are going to run out of momentum. But on the plus side, we are rolling away. And we've done the... Which one have we done? We've done the runway. So now we're going to go for... wherever the KSC one shows up. I have no idea. How do I figure that out? Let's do that. The KSC will have to do last. I know there's a few sections where you can get the KSC happening. We'll head towards the administration building next. There we go. Very slowly. Look, I mean, I've got the throttle on. It's just nothing. So, administration is... Which building? That building in front of us, I think. Oh no, that's the astronaut complex. That's admin. So we want our mission controls out somewhere else as well. Well, I'll figure this out. Very slowly though. Mission control is out that way. There it is. No, it's not. That's the flag. There's mission control. So let's go to... Well, I wonder what being on these pathways would be. We're not going to make it. Crew report from astronaut complex. Apparently that's something we haven't done. Okay. Fine by me. Go on, perform a scan. Let's find out where we are. Okay, do it again. Nope, and again. Yeah, nothing here. Now we're certainly in a different area. There we go, we've got that one. 7.5 science. And unfortunately that is where we are stuck, so I'm just going to stop the vehicle here and we'll recover. So that's got 2. 10.6 science earned. Let's go ahead and do the rest of this. Bill, you've got 200 more research points. Let's try again with the super long one. And you know what? You can go for your very first mission. And here comes that jump once again. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to revert that flight because something's clearly gone wrong. I'm going to see if I can control this though. This is going to be funny. Right, throttle's already up, nose is down. Let's try and pull that nose up a bit. There, oh, nope, there we go. Managed it. Nailed it. And let's get ourselves underway. Fantastic. Okay, we're okay. So this should really be called the caterpillar, but this is what we have. So we're not doing that one, we're not doing that one or that one, we're doing this one. "15 meters per second. Happily pottering along. 21, 23, that will do. Don't want to go too fast. Oh, the brakes are beautiful on this. Definitely something to use as landing gears. This is definitely happening. Right, we should now be observing the materials bay. Oh, this is not the right place, but the materials show little signs of change, although one of the samples appears to be judging you. Oh yes, you would be. Let's try the next materials bay. Go and observe it. Where are we? That's a different one, but okay. I was hoping that resetting that experiment. Mission control, that's it. Now all I need to do is find out exactly where we are. That's the spaceplane hangar, but we were at mission control a moment ago. So you can see we've done that. It's just KSC. That is the only one. That's the one I do not know. The tower controllers are not amused. There are little areas in which you can get. Nope, that's a VAB. Let's observe the materials bay around here. VAB, no. How about here? Nope, that's the VAB. I know it's around here somewhere. And the throttles just died again. Why does the throttle die? VAB. Still VAB. It has to be somewhere. Still VAB. It's about right on the edge of this. My last chance. Nope. And here. Kerbal Shores. Where are we now? That's the crawlerway, and we do not want it from there. Okay, I'm going to recover that. I've got to figure out exactly where KSC is, where it shows that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do that after. I'll do that after the episode ends, and I will do the other one. I will do the one that we go into space, and I'll sort that out. I'm not sure why that exactly didn't happen, or why that did not work exactly, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We've got 16.5 science. Still not going to be enough. We're going to be about 20 short, which is going to be really, really annoying. Ah, there we go. First ever medals or ribbons for her. What are we looking at for upgrading things? This costs 451 to update. Upgrade. I do not want to do that. 75 to upgrade. I suppose that could be a good one, but probably not one I need. What does this do? Nothing that interests me. I've upgraded that. Max active contracts unlimited. Ooh, that's a tempting one. But the VAB is probably one that really is going to need it. Of course, after we use this, because I do not need to do anything else. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you. In fact, shall I end the video there? Yes, I will end the video right there. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Kerbal Space Program. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so. That's www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I shall see you guys next time in Kerbal Space Program, where we will be designing an aircraft that can travel, I would say, just below the speed of sound, and it will be able to get us over to where we need to go and do the experiments that we need to take. So, I'll see you guys then.